Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Diana. So today is a very beautiful evening and we are going to prepare some samosas, that is beef samosa. So these are the ingredients. First, we have the mincemeat. We've got some carrots, ginger, garlic, we've got coriander, green onions, and some flour. And we are going to push it down with some pineapple. So tune in as I take you through this process. So first of all, we are going to add our mincemeat into the pan. We add some water and we let it boil. One thing I love about my meat is that it has to be thoroughly boiled. So I added a lot of water and then monitor it as it simmers. As you can see, I was swirling. While it was boiling, I grated some garlic into it for a good smell. I really love garlic in my food, so I had to grate enough of it to get that good smell. So I swirled thoroughly, and then I grated some ginger because I had cold, and then ginger is also good for meat. So I added some ginger, and then I mix it again until everything was perfectly done. So and then I cut my spices. We've got a mixture of garlic and ginger, some green onions, our simple spices. We got some coriander. Oh, that's all. And then after our meat was boiled enough, we had to ensure that all the water has drained off, and then we added 2 spoons of oil. So as you can see, that's our cooking oil, and then we had to mix it well until it fries. Then we add a mixture of ginger and garlic. We swirl it until it produced that good smell. I know you know the smell garlic and ginger produces. It's really good. Yeah, it can even wake up your neighbor. And then we added some grated carrots because I really love when my samosas have got some yellow color in them. Then carrot make it so spicy. So I had to mix it thoroughly as I added the green onions. The reason of adding green onions almost at the last is because I wanted to preserve the smell of the green onions. I didn't want it to become brown. You can imagine taking samosas with brown onions in it. It doesn't bring any happiness. So I also after that I added coriander in the I just added some coriander and ensured that the green color of the leaves didn't disappear. So I just swirled for a few minutes as you can see, and then I forgot that I didn't add salt, so I had to add salt. And as you can see, I was still swirling and then added this salt for taste. And then after that I swirled it well. As I remember, I didn't add some Royco cubes, so I peeled off the Royco cube and then crushed it in. I used one Royco cube because I didn't want it to be so much spiced with Royco because I had natural spices. And then samosa is always good when you use the natural veggies like all those coriander, green onions. It really gives it a good taste. And then I also added the soy sauce for flavor, and then also to make the color beautiful. As you can see, it was looking yummy. So at this point I had to stop and then taste it because the smell was good, and then the looks, it was giving yummy looks. So I just had to taste it, and then I realized I didn't add paper, so I added the paper for hotness. Then I swirled a little bit. As you can see, that was our final look for the mincemeat. What do you think? So after that, we needed to prepare the dough for the samosa skin. So first we had to wash our hands because these hands were going to do a very important work that's kneading the dough. So we had to wash it thoroughly, and then we dry it. Then we added some water into a cup, then added salt for taste. Then we swirled and ensure that the salt was enough into the water. So because we didn't have a small basin, we used a sufuria to to make our dough. So we added some water, then we were using warm water, and then we added some oil. We didn't use any baking powder because we didn't have it, and we were using ajab flour. So as you can see, this is the best flour for your information. So we had to swirl first with a spoon because the water was not conducive to the hands. Then after it has cooled down, we needed it with our hands, and then it was now ready. We had to cover it, and then we allow it to rest for some time before we make the roll. So after that, we added some flour into the working bench, and then we divided this down into small pieces so that it can give us a lot of skins. So as you can see, first of all, you have to roll one down, then another one, just to make it as small as possible. Then after that, you combine them, but before you combine them, ensure that you add oil. Why do we add oil at the surface? To ensure that they don't stick on in each other. So after that, we make them together, and then we roll them into a chapati shape. Ensure that your shapes are cycle, not oval like mine or amoebic like mine. So you had to roll it as much as you can so that it can give you the perfect shape, because if it doesn't give you a perfect shape, you'll be forced to cut the edges. So as you can see, I was really trying to make a circle. I don't know if the circle came out, but it looked like a circle, somehow amoeba or oval. So then you heat the skins. As you can see, those are two combined, but when you eat it, the oil at the middle will make the two pieces separate. So you allow it to heat, but don't make it burn, as you can see. So this one was just a perfect state. So we've got to try to separate it. So this was the first trial, and sometimes it gave me a lot of challenge because once I was separating, or other part were not cooperating because the oil, you see, the oil didn't touch like most of the part, so I had to struggle to separate it, and then it also burns because of the steam that is at the middle. So as you can see, some part even teared. So it decided to start burning, and then I had to reduce the heat and also to try to separate to make it as perfect, and finally it came out as I wanted it. So you have to ensure that all the parts have enough heat so that they doesn't stick together while you put them into the plate. And so as you can see, I was really determined that they don't stick on each other. As you can see, that was my nicely done skins. See, they look good. See, and then also I had to do other dough. As you can see, just follow the same procedure. Ensure that you make small rolls, combine them together. But before you combine them, smear oil on the surface so that it doesn't stick. So those were my skins. Then I had to make a sticky, a sticky flour. so that I can stick the skins while I make the samosa. So as you can see, first of all, you have to cut your already heated skin. As you can see, a circle. That was my circle. Then you made a shape of a samosa, as you can see. Then you see the separated part, that's where you use the sticky dough. So you just make a little bit and then stick them together. Then inside you put a spoon of mincemeat. You remember our mincemeat we made at the first step? We just put inside. You see, so you can make as you can put as much as possible depending on the size of your skin, samosa skin, I mean. So okay, so you'll seal it by smearing. Ensure that your samosas are rectangular in shape. So if they are not rectangular, try to cut the edges. It will bring out. So I realized that this one was very thick, and I had to ensure that they are make as a rectangle samosa as I can. I was really determined. So I closed the edges and ensured that you can see that one was that was a perfect rectangle. The first one came out well. So I had to do the other. So the second one I ensured that you see whatever I was doing. So I had to make that shape. Then you stick every part. You don't want any part to be hanging around. Then you put in your clatter. So I first of all I was putting 2 spoons, but then I realized I had a lot of samosa skins, so I had to put one spoon of mincemeat, and then I had to close. As you can see, I ensured that no hole was left, so I had to seal it very well. As you can see. Wow, that was a perfect one again. As you can see, these are already my sealed samosa, and then they have not been fried. So the next thing we are going to do is just put oil on the pan and then we fry it. So these are, I dip them into this oil and ensure that the skins were brown but not dark brown. So I wanted a perfect brown. So as you can see, I was just turning them to ensure that they don't burn or they don't give me a color I don't want. So they are brown. Put the second round and you see, this was the result. You open it, very yummy, yeah, looking yummy. So this was the result. So let me know what you think about samosa making in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me see you in the next video. See ya.